Hey YouTube, it's Bethany from Madeline Jean Antiques and Restoration. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to apply a gel poly top coat. So easy, in fact, I'm not even in my regular painting workshop garb. I'm doing it in a jumpsuit. It's been horrendously hot in New Hampshire. It's also close to 10 o'clock at night, and this is usually when I apply my top coats. It's usually when my kids are getting ready for bed, and that way when I apply my top coats, I know they're not going to be disturbed in my workspace. I'm going to be done for the night, and they've got a good 12 to 24 hours to sit and dry. So my first advice with applying any type of top coat, do it in a undisturbed environment. That means don't have any windows open unless it's stinky and you need a little bit of fresh air, then do crack the windows a little bit, but you don't want any fans on or anything like that because you don't want any dust particles to fall in your newly top coated pieces. So with that said, this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to apply General Finishes Gel Top Coat in a satin finish. This is an oil-based top coat. Do not put this over paint because it could amber, turn like a yellow color, or it could also bring the tannins in the wood to the surface, so it could yellow your painted piece. So remember, water-based top coats over water-based paints. I apply this product strictly over my stained tops and my stained drawer fronts on my restored pieces of furniture. I love this product. I've been using it for, I'm gonna say around 5 years. It's the only product I use for my top coats on my oil-based stained pieces. Did I get that all in there? I think I did. All right, so I'm gonna readjust my camera. I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm not kidding you, I'm not wearing any work garb because I'm not worried that I'm gonna make a mess, and I'm this confident. It's so easy to apply this product. You could do it in your nice clothes. So let's get to it. Okay, a couple things first before we get started with applying the top coat. I like to use a 2-inch foam brush. This is how I've always applied my poly top coat. I know there's many methods out there on YouTube on how to apply poly. If you hear little fingernails going all over the floor, it's Biscuit, my Chihuahua. He's just running amok here in the workshop. So that is him. I swear it's not my toenails. That would be gross. Anyways, so I use a 2-inch foam brush. I love it. I've been doing it many years this way and it works. It works for me. And I get a nice smooth finish, nice straight lines, and everything looks great afterwards. Couple things to keep in mind with any type of poly actually that you're applying. Read the label on your can. Look for the ideal temperatures to be applying your top coat and what are the humidity conditions as well. So on this General Finishes top coat, it's saying the ideal conditions is around 70 degrees, and I have a thermometer in my workspace and I'm right at 70 degrees. That's why, again, why I'm applying this top coat late at night. It's cooler and the humidity has dropped some. On General Finishes top coat here, it also says the humidity should be somewhere between 50 and 70%. I have checked the weather on my phone and it says it's exactly at 70%. So I know I'm applying this in ideal weather conditions. I see a lot of people drop comments under my tutorials about, you know, I applied this in the garage, I live in Texas, it was super hot that day, why isn't it drying, it's still sticky, or certain issues like that when it comes to applying top coat. So please, please read the label of the top coat that you're using and make sure you are applying it in the ideal weather conditions that it states for that product, okay? So I just wanted to get that out there. So let's start to apply this. Hey guys, let's get this party started. I always, always, always stir your product thoroughly. Okay, just don't do 1 or 2 little sloppy stirs. Really get your product mixed. And then as I'm applying my top coat, I still continue occasionally to give it a stir every now and then. And again, you guys, I'm gonna show you how easy this is, that I'm doing it in my nice clothes. I'm that confident. All right, I don't want you to be afraid to apply top coat. I was many moons ago afraid to apply top coat, and you shouldn't be. It shouldn't be intimidating. Normally, also, I put my top coat in another like plastic container. I'm being a little lazy right now, but I also know this finish has been drying, or has been dried for over 2 weeks now, so I know it's not going to bleed or really get on my brush. I know it's really, really super dry. So you're gonna see what I'm doing here. I apply from the left, then I apply from the right, and then I drag my foam brush all the way one end to the other, and then I inspect it. And I go, okay, did I get every single area in that one strip? And that looks covered. So I'm gonna go on to my next 2-inch area and do the exact same thing. And I kind of overlap that last strip of poly that I just applied. So I'm gonna bring it to about the middle, like that. Then I come over here and I'm gonna meet that other part in the middle. And you can see I'm working at a nice pace. It's not too crazy. It's not very slow. See how I drag that all the way across? And then I kind of go over that area that I overlapped. Make sure that is nice and smooth. So my foam brush kind of acts like a steamroller in a sense when it goes over those overlapped areas. Again, I start at the left, bring it to the middle, start at the right, bring it to the middle, and then I do one last swoop to get it all smooth and level. And I use this method as well when I apply water-based polyacrylic. I've done many videos on that product. Again, I'm checking my work. I kind of go down to the side because I can see with my light that it's hit everywhere because it's super shiny, and I can tell if I've missed a spot because it won't be shiny. But everything looks good so far. You guys, I'm almost a third of the way done with this top. That's how easy this is. Again, bringing it this way. I hate to hear when people are so frustrated with the top coat process, because when you're first starting out, it can be extremely intimidating because you've spent all this time restoring a piece, you know, prepping it, priming it, maybe putting shellac on, painting it multiple coats, and then it comes time, or you've sanded and stained in this case on the top, and it comes time to do the top coat, and a lot of people freeze or they just get so intimidated with it. But I want to teach people that it's not that hard. It really isn't. And once you get the groove of it, you'll love it. Because this is when like your piece really comes alive. For me it does. Especially when I'm staining tops, the top coat just makes a finish come alive. This finish here is my signature driftwood look that I just love doing on old pieces of furniture. What I strive to do is just not paint a piece of furniture. If there's some gorgeous wood, I want to highlight it. I want to bring the natural beauty out. And I try to do that. You'll see with a lot of my pieces, I have two-tone looks where I'll paint the shell of a piece of furniture, but then I'll sand and stain the top and the drawer fronts just to keep some of the integrity of the piece intact. Guys, I'm almost done. Look how easy this is. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the comment section. I try very hard to help people if they have any questions or if they've run into trouble with their own projects. I know how frustrating that can be when you're first starting out. You really have no one to kind of reach out to, and I'm here to help. Because I remember, I'm all self-taught. I've learned through many mistakes what not to do and what to do. So I'm just hoping I can pass some of my knowledge off to people who are just getting started restoring furniture, or if you have a piece that's been sitting in your attic or your basement and you've been wanting to drag it out and get started on it, but you've just been intimidated and you don't know where to start. Check out some of my other videos. I talk a lot about the importance of prepping a piece of furniture and how to get started. Here's another tip for you guys. With any of your products that you use, that you buy, I always on my lids take a Sharpie marker and I mark the date that I bought it. That way I know how old the product is. Because sometimes I only use a product every so often and it's always hard for me to go, how long ago did I buy that? And then it also helps you realize how fast you may go through a product. Like this gel top coat. This one here, the last time I bought it was, I think on my lid it said March something. Again, the pandemic hit, so my work slowed up a lot because I had 2 kids home, remote learning full time, so that took a front seat and my work took a back seat. But that gives me an idea how fast I'm going through this product. This product I use quite a bit. It's good for me to know with running a business what products I use the most. Now this area up here on the top is going to get a little tricky because we've got some there's a curved scalloped front here. So I'll tell you how I kind of approach that. I hope you guys are seeing my method here of starting at one end, starting at the other, meeting at the middle, and then dragging that brush. And always work in a well-lit workspace, especially when applying top coat. I have what's called a ring light, which has been really nice for doing my YouTube videos, for lighting up my workspace at night. Usually I couldn't film YouTube videos at night because I didn't have a good light source. Now I do, but I'm also finding that it works awesome with allowing me to see where I've missed or where I haven't missed when it comes to applying a top coat. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go around to the front this way now when I get to the this scalloped area. And this gets a little tricky. So at first what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get it all over and then I'm gonna fix my lines. And when I say fix my lines, right now my product looks really sloppy. And I need to make it more uniform, like drag it out. So right now I can see, nope, I missed a whole spot right here. Dun, dun, dun. Hold on a minute. Got it all, got it all. Oops, see, I missed a spot there. You can see that in the light. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drag it and get my lines straight here. And right here, I'm gonna have to let my brush kind of hang over the edge as I drag it. Voila. Look at that, you guys. See, I told you I didn't get anything on my nice little jumpsuit and nothing dripped off. You guys, this is so easy. I know you can do this, okay? So that's how I apply my General Finishes oil-based gel top coat. I'm going to let this dry overnight. I will check it in the morning. It should be relatively dry. The next steps for me with this top here, I will be applying 3 coats total of the General Finishes gel top coat. I will tomorrow night around this time, because it'll be 24 hours, right now it's 10:15 at night, about 10 o'clock tomorrow night, I'm going to hand sand this coat, and then I'm gonna apply my second coat. I always sand in between my top coats. I did another YouTube video on that. Go check that out. It's really informative. And again, it shows you how easy it is to hand sand in between your top coats to ensure that you're going to get just a beautiful, beautiful, smooth looking top coat. And that's what we're looking for here, right? That's what we're striving for. So I'm going to finish up. I have got a lot of top coat to apply tonight. I've got this dresser to do. I've got these dresser drawer fronts to do, and then I have the drawers here to this antique commode. So I'm gonna keep going with that. And Biscuit, you wanna say goodbye? I'm gonna grab Biscuit in just a minute. Hold on. It's not a YouTube video from me unless this little guy makes a little appearance. This is Biscuit Boo Bear. He's our rescue Chihuahua from Texas. We've had him for, what is it, almost, yeah, in November it'll be 4 years. We love him so much. He's a staple. You'll find him on my Facebook business page. Yes, by the way, go check out my Facebook business page. It's where I post all my before and after photos of projects that I'm working on. You can find me at, right here, Madeline Jean Antiques and Restoration. You can also find me on Instagram. I post a lot of fun little tips and helpful videos, short videos on the furniture restoration business. Biscuit is in a lot of photos, so if you like cute dogs, go check that out. And that's at bethany.yusuf. And we just want to thank you guys for joining us here on YouTube. If you have any questions, like I said during the video, drop them in the comment section. I will do my best to get back to you as soon as I can. And until we see you guys again, what do we say, Biscuit? We say toodaloo. Bye. This is how your gel top coat will look after you have applied it. It looks really shiny when it's wet, but it dries to a nice satin finish when it's completely dry. Doesn't that look pretty? Really brings out that my signature driftwood look. I just love it.